I think you would be very proud. Introduction. Someday, after mastering the winds, the waves, the tides, and gravity, we shall harness the energy of love. And then, for the second time in the history of the world, man will discover fire. Teilhard de Chardin. My shooting buddy Richard expertly speared my flesh. After a well-practiced ballet of pulling the plunger back and loosening the rubber hose around my upper arm, blood spurted up into the solution of water and pure crystal methadone. Then, with a gentle push on the plunger, Richard flushed the mix of blood and drugs into my body. As the rush built, I began to gasp, knowing I had only seconds to lurch into a standing position and stumble into my room. I fell onto the unmade bed, indifferent to the peeling wallpaper and a grimy window that framed the ruined yard. I noticed my unattended cigarette burning in the ashtray, smoke curling lazily into the thick air. As much as I wanted a drag, I couldn't muster the strength to reach for it. As the speed pulsed through my veins, my vision narrowed as if I had slipped into a tunnel. My heart thundered in my ears, easily beating 200 times a minute, and every cell in my body began screaming in rough ecstasy. A calm, gentle voice spoke into the chaos of my senses. "So, did you get enough this time?" I feebly craned my neck to see who was speaking, but I was alone. Then I realized that this must be the same inner voice who had been speaking more and more lately, especially when I was peaking on LSD or overamped on meth. "What's it to you?" My thoughts seemed dull, uncaring. "Maybe I'll die this time and you can go bother someone else, someone who gives a damn." The voice fell silent, and my body shuddered as the effects of the speed reached their peak. "Holy shit!" a familiar voice boomed through the fog. "It stinks in here!" I groaned inwardly. Damn it all! That stupid, nagging voice is back! What was I going to have to do to get it to shut up? "Steve! Hey, man! Are you okay?" With a supreme effort, I peeled my eyes open to see an indistinct figure looming over me. Slowly, like a cartoon running at half speed, Carl's face fluttered into place. Carl had been one of my best friends for the past couple of years, but since I had fallen into the rabbit hole of shooting speed, I hadn't seen much of him. "You look terrible." His face reddened with each word. "What the hell are you doing to yourself?" Carl's voice, all jagged edges and razor wire, cut little notches through the speed, and I vaguely remembered something about him coming out for a visit. His disgust made me feel like scuttling off into a black hole. Incandescent shame seared my soul as I tasted myself through his eyes. Without warning, strong hands gripped my face and forced my mouth open. A familiar pill crawled down my throat. "Okay, Steve, you always loved acid. Here's an 8-way purple Osley. It'll either kill you or cure you. Right now, I don't much care which." With that, Carl stomped out of my room and slammed the door. His raging contempt felt like hot pokers blistering my heart. He doesn't care either, I thought as my eyelids sagged. No one cares. Dimly, I realized how maudlin that sounded, self-disgust welling up like tears. I managed a weak snort. Even I don't give a rat's shit, I concluded.